Hey guys, so we have something big that's moving markets, not in a positive way, no, but something that has caused a lot of people to be in jitters based on what's happening. As you all know already, on a Sunday, 5 p.m. in the US, the US Federal Reserve dropped the rates as close as it can be to zero. So it's now 12 noon Manila time. As you all know, we have shortened trading hours. So we just have a few minutes to go before the closing. And a lot of people are asking, by the way, before I go to the topic, a lot of people are asking why is this done. I think this is in response to the lockdown. This is in response to the curfews that we have as well. And please do note, when I started investing in the market more than a decade ago, trading was only from 9:30 to 12:10. So this is something that has happened before. They just increased trading hours to 3:30 last 2011. The goal of them increasing the trading hours was to have more volume and to cater to different time zones. But this has been done before. We have been trading in shorter periods already before. Now, this screenshot is just a few. It was just a few minutes ago. This was close to 12 noon. The index was pretty much battered already based on this news. No, we are down to 5457, down 5.81%. All sub indices in the Philippine Stock Exchange is down as well. We just have three gainers: Avoidance Power, Pure Gold, ICT, and majority of the stocks are massively down. Jollibee is down 11%, SMC is down 10%, LTG is down 9.82%, AGI 9.5, SM 8.96, RLC 8.6, BDO 8.43, BPI 8.31, Aboitiz Equity Ventures 7.1, Ayala Corp 7.1 as well. So literally majority of the large cap stocks are pretty much battered down. Please remember, this news is something, dropping rates to zero is not just something for the Philippine markets, but it's something that will impact sentiment around the world. These are the major indices via Reuters in the Southeast, or at least in the Southeast Asian region, Asia, around Asia. In Asia, you have Jakarta down, you have the PSE down, you have Shanghai down, you have Malaysia down as well, you have the ASX massively down 7 plus percent. Set is down, Kospi is also down as well. So just to give you a headline of what happened, basically, Powell here, Fed chair, drop rates to zero, close to zero, as part of a wide-ranging emergency intervention. So, why would the Fed normally do this? The Fed normally would drop rates as a signal that the economy is not doing so well. It's a signal that things are not as rosy as what people think it is. They do that to help bolster and help push the economy further. What they're gonna do? Please remember, when interest rates are lower, it causes it causes banks to lower their rates, meaning it helps stimulate the economy as well, because a lot of businesses can take out loans at a cheaper pace. A lot of people who are paying for home mortgages, car mortgages can refinance and pay their rates at a lower rate. A lot of people can still afford to get houses because rates will be cheaper. So it's a stimulus. It's a way for the U.S. government to somehow uh, pump and prime the economy as well. And above and beyond this, the U.S. government's also doing quantitative easing. Quantitative easing is basically, number one, them printing new money, printing fresh funds similar to what they did in the 2008/2009 era. Then they would use that money to buy back the bonds that they issued as well. So it's them trying to artificially create a lot of transactions. It's them trying to artificially also pump and prime the market. So it's not just them bringing rates down close to zero, near zero, but it's also them doing quantitative easing all over again. But here's the thing: when that started to happen, Dow futures drop 1,000 points after this news started to come out. So this is how it looks like. No, I'm not sure if this is updated yet, but this is how they've dropped interest rates just in 2020 alone. And one of the reasons why I'm saying that, and one of the reasons why I want to highlight that for this particular video, is this. This is the federal fund rates over the past 50 plus years. So if you look at the federal funds rate over the past 50 years, you would see this. Number one, they tried to drop it below close and below to zero, or below zero, near zero, last 2008 crisis. So every time they did that, this gray bars here, by the way, are all times when there's recessions, when recessionary periods would happen. So a lot the market dropped in Asia, and the futures dropped in the Dow, because people are thinking the last time the Fed did this, that they brought it down below zero, was in the 2008 financial crash. So what does this mean? People are anticipating, or the government is anticipating now, that things are about to go bad, that it's close to a recession right now already. So when people were projecting that in 2020 there would be a recession, it's actually happening right in front of our very eyes. It happened also 2001 bubble. This was basically it. Then this was not below zero, but this was close to zero. But this was a recessionary period. It happened in the mid 80s to the 90s. Then it happened at the start of the 80s again. So why am I saying this? I'm not saying this to scare people. I'm not saying this to frighten you that the worst is just about to happen. But what I'm saying is this: the Fed dropped rates to help their economy, but the Fed also dropped rates as a signal to the world that if that the US economy is not as good as what it was before, and that's why people are panicking. That's why markets have been dropping as well. So when you hear people say that it's not yet over, there's a big chance that it's not yet over. Even if you look at our charts here, by the way, markets right now are at 5,457. That being said, at 5,457, if you look at our this is the chart of the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. The next support level at this point in time will be around the I think the 5.3 plus level, 5.1 level. Should there be a selling, as you all know on the previous video, um, the PSEI started to bounce at the 5.1 level. After it hit that, started to bounce again. So let's see how strong this 5.1 level will be as selling happens. Let's see how this starts to progress even further. 5.1 does not hold. We have another support level close to the 5.48 area as well. So one thing, the market is still bearish. The market is still in a downtrend. The market is still breaking down from where it used to be as well. And by the way, I posted a video. This particular video, it was an interview with Alvin Ang, Dr. Alvin Ang of the Ateneo University. He's an expert in economics. If you want to know more how what the biggest effect on our economy will be based on the from the coronavirus, you can watch this video. But I just want to highlight this as well. One of the things that saved our economy, or at least the global economy in 2008, was when the Fed dropped rates, when they did quantitative easing. The Chinese economy was very, very strong. The Chinese economy was massively good. Right now, China, from the trade war and from what's happening in Wuhan, is right smack in the middle of all of the crisis. So, uh, let's see what's gonna happen. But I don't know how China can save, protect the world right now. They're projected not to move as fast anymore because of all of this crisis, and they're far from where they were in the 2008 era, the 2008 crisis. So there, China's not doing so well. The U.S. has signaled to the world that their economy may be as fragile, may be a bit fragile more than what people think it would be, and the crash of, or the dropping of interest rates close to zero or near zero, is a signal already that they've done it every time a recession would currently happen. And while this is all happening as well, next support is at 5.1. Next support after that's at 4.8. The market is out of the uptrend. The market is breaking down. Select large cap companies have been sold down. Select large cap companies have also been reversing down as well. So I'll make another video, just a pure technical analysis video based on what's happening. You can see that drop tonight. This is just me giving you a lunchtime update on what's happening on the markets as well. And if you want to, by the way, if you're new to this, I'm Marvin Germo. I'm a stock market trader and investor. Super appreciate it if you could subscribe and you can hit the bell so that every time I create the videos like this, you get updated on what's happening. So before I end, I highly suggest that you take this time during lockdown to study. I highly suggest it you take this time to build your skill, to build your talent, to grow your knowledge in equity market, so that as things get worse, or should things get worse, you are ready, you know what you're getting into as well. Because I don't know how long will this be, I don't know when the market will reverse. What I do know is basically the charts are telling us that it's the selling has not stopped yet, and the global markets are telling us that people are scared, people are panicking, people are frightened, and the world is also telling us as well. The Fed is telling us that we may be in for deeper times in the U.S. government. And please remember, when things go bad in U.S. and China, the two largest economies in the world, are bad, it would generally hit us as well. When U.S. and China sneezes, the whole world catches a cold. And just to end, for those who want to learn more about the stock market, I have a course, online course. Since it's a lockdown, you guys are at home, you guys can learn. It's in the description below. It's called Stock Market for Everyone. It's with Chinkitan. It's the basics of the stock market. It's all pretty much in Tagalog. So if you want to learn and consume the basics of the market in a Tagalog type of format, I'd like to invite you to this course. Click it in the description below. And for those who want to learn via books, I have 5 books about the basics of investing, about the basics of the market, about the basics of how you can pick, select, and time stocks. They're also in the description below. You can order them via Shopee and they can be delivered to wherever you are in the Philippines as well. But for those who are in other countries, I also have another link. If you want it to be delivered in your country, that link will send it to you outside the Philippines as well. And lastly, another online course with Sean C. It's called Make Money, Grow Money. This one is about entrepreneurship and the basics of investing in the stock market. So if you want to be a business person and you want to learn also the rudiments of investing, we have one course just for you. It's called Make Money, Grow Money. Link down below. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from all of this. Comment below if you guys have any questions, and if this video gave so much value to you, super appreciated if you could like. Expect more videos later on in the afternoon and later on tonight. I'm gonna use and maximize this time while everyone is at home, while everyone's resting, while everyone's panicking. I want this channel to give you enough information so that you guys don't just focus on fear, on speculation, but you guys can also get educated as well while all of this is happening. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.